Picture this. You're 95 years old, walking tall, your mind sharp, your body strong, your spirit unbroken. People look at you and whisper, "No way. He can't be that old." That's exactly what happens when people see Clint Eastwood today. Born in 1930, this Hollywood legend is living proof that aging doesn't have to mean weakness, pain, or loss of vitality. While others his age rely on pills and excuses, Clint relies on something far more powerful: discipline. He built his life around the belief that how you age is not written in your DNA, but in your daily choices. Every morning, every meal, every habit, each one becomes a vote for youth or decline. And Clint Eastwood? He's voted for strength, clarity, and life for nearly a century. The secret behind his youth isn't a magic supplement or an expensive treatment. It's his mindset and his plate. While most people chase shortcuts, Clint mastered consistency. He follows one golden rule: don't let the old man in. That line isn't just poetic, it's a declaration of war against decay. At an age when most struggle just to stand up, Clint still directs films, rides horses, walks with a confident stride, and commands respect the moment he enters a room. How does he do it? The answer begins in the morning. Clint starts his day before sunrise. No rushing, no chaos, just calm discipline. He breathes in the crisp California air, clears his thoughts, and focuses on gratitude. Breakfast isn't a feast, it's fuel. He eats steel-cut oats topped with blueberries or strawberries, rich in antioxidants that fight cell damage. Sometimes he adds an egg or two for protein, maybe spinach for iron and vitality. His coffee is simple, black, no sugar, no cream. He drinks plenty of water, knowing hydration keeps the mind alert and the joints supple. It's a routine built on purpose, not pleasure. And that's the first lesson he teaches the world. Age doesn't slow you down, indulgence does. Throughout his day, Clint eats like a man who respects his body. Lean proteins like fish, chicken, and turkey keep his muscles strong. Vegetables, especially spinach, kale, and broccoli, supply his body with fiber, magnesium, and life-sustaining nutrients. Whole grains like quinoa and brown rice give him steady energy, while healthy fats from avocados and olive oil nourish his heart and brain. He doesn't overeat. He doesn't snack mindlessly. Every bite is a decision. For Clint, food isn't comfort, it's a strategy for longevity. But perhaps the most fascinating part of his diet is what he doesn't eat. There are 3 foods Clint Eastwood has avoided for decades, and they're likely the same foods quietly draining the strength of millions of seniors today. The first enemy: fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, onion rings. They smell tempting, they taste satisfying, but they're poison for longevity. Fried oils contain trans fats that clog arteries, inflame tissues, and accelerate aging. Over time, they make your joints stiff, your heart weaker, and your belly grow. Clint knew this early on. Instead of fried chicken, he opts for grilled. Instead of fries, he roasts sweet potatoes. By eliminating fried foods, he kept his arteries clear, his body lean, and his face youthful. The glow that most chase through creams, Clint earned through clean blood and strong circulation. The second food he avoids is excess dairy. While milk and cheese seem innocent, they often cause inflammation and digestive issues as we age. Dairy can make joints ache, cause bloating, and trigger fatigue. Clint learned that moderation is key. He's not vegan, but he knows when to stop. Instead of heavy cheese and cream, he relies on lighter, plant-based calcium sources like leafy greens, almonds, and sesame seeds. This small shift keeps his metabolism sharp, his skin clear, and his energy consistent. Most men in their 60s feel sluggish. Clint, at 95, walks like a man who just turned 60. And the third and perhaps most dangerous food he avoids is refined white carbs. White bread, pasta, pastries, they may comfort you, but they quietly steal your strength. These foods spike blood sugar, cause energy crashes, and feed inflammation. Clint replaced them decades ago with complex carbs: brown rice, oats, quinoa. They digest slowly, keeping blood sugar steady and the mind clear. He understood that sugar isn't just in candy. It hides in processed bread and sauces. By cutting these out, he preserved his youth from the inside out. Clint's diet reflects his philosophy. Simplicity creates strength. He never chases the next diet trend, the latest supplement, or the newest celebrity detox. He eats the same way he lives: steady, consistent, and intentional. And because of that, his body has rewarded him with decades of vitality. But food is only half the story. The other half is movement. At 95, Clint doesn't lift like a bodybuilder, but he still moves every single day. He walks, stretches, hikes, and even rides horses. Motion keeps his blood flowing and his muscles alive. He practices strength training using push-ups, bands, and light weights. Not to show off, but to stay functional. Because he knows a painful truth: the day you stop moving, your body starts dying. He also plays golf, a sport that keeps him active, relaxed, and connected to nature. Every swing, every walk across the green is a meditation in motion. And behind it all is a simple mantra: motion is medicine. The more you move, the longer you live. But the real heart of Clint Eastwood's agelessness isn't just in his diet or exercise. It's in his mindset. That's what truly separates him from others his age. Clint doesn't entertain the idea of being old. He refuses to surrender his identity to a number. "Don't let the old man in," he says, and he means it. When most people his age wake up expecting pain, he wakes up expecting purpose. He directs films, reads scripts, and keeps his mind busy. Because he knows the brain, like a muscle, must be trained to stay alive. Every morning he faces the mirror not as a man in his 90s, but as a warrior with another mission. He's not fighting time, he's working with it. Aging to him is just the reward for living with discipline. And that's the hidden message for every senior watching this. Your body listens to how you treat it. If you fill it with fried foods, sugar, and negativity, it collapses. But if you feed it with clean food, daily motion, and a positive purpose, it regenerates. It doesn't matter if you're 60 or 95, your cells can still renew, your muscles can still grow, your mind can still expand. Clint's life is a mirror for what's possible when you stop making excuses. He grew up without luxury, faced decades of hard work, and lived through wars, crises, and loss. Yet he never allowed himself to be defined by weakness. While Hollywood faded around him, he stayed standing because he lived by structure, not emotion. That is his true fountain of youth. So, if you want to stay strong, lean, and alive like Clint Eastwood, start today. Look at your plate. Ask yourself, am I fueling my life or feeding my decay? Replace fried foods with grilled. Replace cheese-heavy meals with greens and nuts. Replace white bread with oats and quinoa. Move every day, even if it's just a walk. Stretch, breathe, hydrate, sleep deeply. And most importantly, don't let the old man in. Because aging is not your enemy, neglect is. Clint Eastwood's body didn't stay young because of luck. It stayed young because of discipline, consistency, and self-respect. That's the message for every senior who feels tired, weak, or afraid of aging. You have more control than you think. Every healthy meal, every walk, every mindful choice is an act of rebellion against time. So take a deep breath, look forward, and choose youth again. You may not be Clint Eastwood, but you can live with his strength. You can look 20 years younger, feel lighter, think clearer, and live longer if you simply stop feeding the old man inside you. If you found this message powerful and inspiring, remember, your transformation starts now. Don't wait for another Monday, another year, another perfect time. Today is the time. Start living strong, stay disciplined, and age with grace and power. If you enjoyed this speech, make sure to subscribe to the Seniore Hub, like this video, share it with your loved ones, and comment below what lesson from Clint Eastwood's life inspired you the most. Together, let's build a community that proves age is just a number when discipline is your lifestyle.